Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Eric here in the school greenhouse, and we're back for another video. Sorry if you can't really hear me. I will do my best to speak loud. We have the fans going because the temperatures are increasing. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe, like this video, comment, share this video, and click the notification bell in your corner to be notified of when we drop new videos, which is every single week. If you are already subscribed, thank you for coming back for another video. As you see in today's title, we're talking about seedlings, how to grow your plants to the seedling stage, how to transplant your seedlings into larger containers, how to water them, how to fertilize them, and how to harden them off to get them ready to be placed outside in your garden. So if you're ready, let's get into the video. So when you're planting new seeds, you always want to make sure that you label as you go, so that you do not mix up your plants, especially if you're starting off and you don't but you don't recognize what type of plant you're growing when it's in its seedling stage. That is why I really enjoy the botanical interest seed packets, because on the back they show you an example of what every single variety of seeds you're growing, and so they'll show you the seedling stage, and that allows you to recognize what your plant will look like. So if you forget by chance to label your seedling, that packet will help you give you a visual representation of what your seedling looks like. So I like to always tell the students, make sure you label as you go, because we tend to give the students more than just one packet to plant in order to germinate. And so with them still learning what seedlings look like and all that good stuff, it's best for them to label as they go so they don't forget. So every plant that you're growing, whether it's a tomato, bell pepper, eggplant, squash, flowers, anything, herbs, everything that you're growing has a point where it comes to growing true leaves. So after it opens up from its seed and it opens up with those first two leaves, it will then produce true leaves. And the true leaves are just leaves that are the exact copy of what the plant looks like. So for example, these two leaves on this artichoke here, this one right here and this one in the back, those are the two leaves that show when the seed germinated first. These leaves here, these three leaves, 1, 2, and 3, these are the true leaves of this artichoke plant, because these are the leaves that will continue to grow and will allow you to recognize that this is an artichoke plant. The same goes for peppers. This is a sweet pepper. This is the Sunbright sweet pepper. The two leaves right here, this one and this one, those are the two leaves that germinated when the seed popped open. These leaves here, this one, and then the leaves in the middle that are becoming larger and growing, those are the true leaves. Those are the leaves, again, that let you know that this is a pepper plant. The true leaves start to produce and grow. That is when we like to transplant the plant from a pot like this to something larger for each single plant. Transplanting your plants into something larger allows them to expand their roots, to get more room, to get more comfy, and not to be bunched up with other plants. Because if you continue to let those plants grow together in that same pot with the same amount of soil, with the same nutrients, a few of those plants will die because there won't be enough nutrients in that pot for them. So what we're going to do, what I like to teach the students when we have our garden sessions, take a popsicle stick, gently push along the edge of your pot, gently. You just want to get those roots untangled, and then you just squeeze. And then with the same popsicle stick, you go all the way to the base and you push up. You see how it's coming out? Before you all take your plants all the way out, you want to make sure that you have your pot ready with some soil in it.
I know a little bit of this video clip, you can't really see exactly what I'm doing. However, I am filling up these green pots and the black pots that are on the screen right now with soil, and I'm creating a little hole for them to go in for those that don't have any soil collected on their roots. When we have seedlings that have large roots like tomatoes or peppers, and the soil tends to like cling to the roots, we like to fill up the pots, the single cell pots, at least halfway, and then just fill in the soil around the base of the plant by hand. That way we can just shake the pot a little bit and everything settles. And that's what you can do yourself. You can just fill up your pot halfway, transplant your plants, whatever it is, tomato, pepper, artichoke, basil, thyme, dill, whatever it is. Put it in your pot and then fill in that empty space with your potting mix. So, when discussing taking care of your seedlings, some people may even question, how do you even start seeds that are so small, like oregano and like the chamomile that we're starting right now on screen? The process that you need to take in order to grow, germinate small seeds is have your tray filled up like we have here. We have it filled up almost all the way to the top. And what you want to do is, you see how small those are? So small. What you want to do is literally sprinkle your seeds on the top of on top of the soil like you're cooking. And after that, what we're going to do is we're just going to pat down gently so that the seeds have direct contact with the soil. The seeds that we're germinating is chamomile. These plants, before they germinate, they need direct sunlight. So if we were to cover up these seeds with soil, they would not have any contact with the sun and they wouldn't germinate. So by patting them down, we're putting fine granules of soil over them, and we're just going to water them in very gently, nothing too heavy, and this should allow them to germinate all the way.
Now, when you reach the stage of transplanting your seeds into larger containers, you want to make sure that you do not water them with your watering can over the heads of your plants, because that can bring on disease if the leaves are like continuing to touch soil. I like to use this Dr. Earth's Pump and Growth all-purpose fertilizer for plant food. This is good to use every week for your plants that have already produced their true leaves. So for all of the plants that we just transplanted, they already have their true leaves. So this is good to use every week up until you put your plants out in the garden. This just provides them more food every week. So with your plants being in these small containers like this, they're not going to get that much nutrition. And so you want to make sure that you're providing them that nutrition through this fertilizer. There are other fertilizers for seedlings that you can get, but we really like to use this one.
One of the final tips that we want to offer you guys in relation to preparing your plants for the outside conditions, whether that be heat, sun, water, rainfall, bugs, all of that good stuff, is to harden off your plants, because this is a very important process in order to get your plants ready for all of those different conditions. And if you don't do this in a timely fashion, you could be setting your plants up for some type of setback.
So when you're hardening off your plants, you want to make sure that you start them off in a shady area. This was a shady area before the sun came. And this is the first roughly 10 to 15 minutes that these plants have ever been outside. And every time you put your plants outside, you want to increase the time that you have them outside. So the next time, probably tomorrow, when we come to the garden, I will place these outside for about 30 minutes. And then after that, an hour. And then after that, a whole day. And then after that, a few days. And then after that, they will be ready
in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And this process allows your plants to get accustomed to the wind, the rain, the sun, the atmosphere, any bugs. It just allows them to get used to all of those conditions throughout set times. And so you're just gradually introducing them to the outside from where they have been cuddled up in the inside. All right, guys, that is the video. Thank you so much for watching today's video. We're going to go ahead and take these seedlings and put them inside, back in the greenhouse. We'll, like I said, put these back outside tomorrow for another 30 minutes, since we're increasing that increment of time. And eventually you'll see us on April 29th planting all of these plants. Again, we have peppers, okra, basil, dill, green beans, squash, cucumbers, the whole nine. So make sure that you subscribe for all of that content coming to you guys very soon. We thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to watch more videos, you can click these playlists here and just watch and catch up on everything that we've been doing here in our gardens with the students. And also, if you want to follow us, which you should, on our social media, you can follow us on TikTok at Project G.R.A.P.E and Instagram and Facebook at EBLLCINC. Until next time, we'll see you guys later in the garden. Bye.